But yeah, we're here for some serious business today now. Get that bit out of the way. But yo, guys, hit man up. Obviously, a lot's been going on this week in the news. In Afghan, I don't know if everyone's seen what's going on with like them. They're trying to get a lot of the Americans are trying to get the Afghans out in the planes. I see people dropping off planes. I see people hanging on left, right, and center. Yeah, but you
dropping off.
Yeah, bro.
Seen the videos, man?
In the air, you ain't seen the video.
So Kai, talk to us.
What got? I think it was a good week. I think it was a good week to talk on this. You get me? So.
Yeah, man. I thought it's
make sure the mic.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
It's good to talk about the situation. Obviously, you get all insights from everyone's backgrounds as you can. Obviously, I in 2018 deployed to Afghan for 6 months in March. I think it was March 2018. I was 18, just turning 19 myself, so pretty young man to go there. But whilst obviously that's the most recent time with soldiers that have been there. The only time after that, I think there was 2 more British tours to go out, so another 6-month rotation, 2 more of them to go out. So it's really recent, man. And I thought, just come down, share some of my views. I was hoping that the other guy would come down.
I was hoping
but he's from Afghan himself. He could share his opinion from being from Afghan, just civilian wise, and obviously me being there on operations. But yeah, man, I just thought, getting insight what's going on there at the moment. It's because it's all messed up, man. Like what you're seeing on the videos and that, like, it's just chaos. It's fucking.
So what was it like when you was there?
It was everything was controlled, as in wise the camps.
So just break that down to me, because just like I don't really get it. So you've gone to Afghan for Britain, England, UK. But what are you lot doing there?
So when I deployed, it was all about doing guardian angel protection units. So you would sort of like, we'd go out there and we'd do armored escorts for people who need to have meetings across the Afghan government. These meetings will range from anything. There'll be different kind of people from all around the different governments, all around NATO, all the joint forces. They have all the meetings for different stuff, but they would need protection. So it's just basically being bodyguards. That was basically what our job was out there, just to bodyguard these these VIPs or generals, whoever they are. They would go out, have meetings about what the future for Afghan is. We'd go to universities, hospitals, we'd do loads of different things. So we'd go to hospitals and we'd stand there whilst they do a lesson, teaching Afghans on how to be nurses, how to be doctors.
Okay.
I went to a school once where all the kids were getting taught by an American teacher, army teacher.
So you're protecting the teacher.
Protecting people, standing out there. So Taliban can't stop the education. ISIS can't just blow people up for no reason. We're just sitting there. It ranged from all different kinds of stuff. So from just normal school things, from an important meeting, or from a security detail. So there's a danger going on out here, or some area needs to be secure to be safe. So they'd send us out. The jobs were it's basically just been.
That's man important. I didn't think a lot of people know. So you lot are protecting people. What? So the Taliban obviously would run up in there and be like, "No, this if you lot wasn't there, then they wouldn't allow education to happen."
Just come in there
because they got their own mission. They're trying to.
Yeah, they're trying to do their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
They, if we weren't there, look, we're not there now.
Yeah.
So we're not there now. First thing Taliban do, boom, in. But if we were still there and the big force, the reason I think it's become so disjointed and the reason that this pullout of Afghan is so fucking messed up at the moment is that Joe Biden is just not very strategic. He doesn't understand how military values. He doesn't understand the military advantage of which way to pull out. We've spent 12 years, and the Americans themselves spent $88 billion US training the Afghan army to be able to look after Afghan once we left.
Yeah.
As soon as we left, 1 month Afghans gave it back to the Taliban.
80
because they didn't want to fight.
billion.
That's how much the Americans spent.
They didn't
That's
want to
just
fight.
America.
And it's like, nah, this is too much work. Man.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's
crazy.
every day we'd spend. Every day I went out. Most days we'll go to. So I spent a month in the Afghans camp. So it was the Afghans training camp, their army basically. What they do, they'll have their guys come up, do the training. I spent a month there doing security details for the people training them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You have loads of different nations. The girl I was protecting, she was a Danish. I can't remember what she specialised in, but I think she specialised in something to do with weapon handling. So she was teaching Afghans on how to handle weapons. She was from the Danish army.
Right.
But our job was to protect her while she did that. So we'd stand there and make sure she's all safe. Because these Afghans who aren't vetted, you don't know their background. You don't know if their brothers are in the Taliban. You don't know where they're from.
They might switch quick.
They've got a loaded gun now. So you're stood there. That's why you've got to protect her. It's about making sure it's just jobs like that. But
watch, man.
there's all these Afghans I watch getting trained, man. Hours and hours of us and my teammates, my mates, and herself and the other important people. Our lives are at risk because at any point anyone could want to do something.
Yeah.
Put it all,
All of that, just every single
These
day.
training against, man, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Imagine you train them and then they
But they're
use it.
using. That's you've seen all the weapons they got now.
Exactly.
So
America and all of that is funding these weapons over there.
They give it to the Afghans to look. So the Americans funded them all these weapons, all these night vision goggles, the helmets, the body armor, everything now that the Afghans took from Americans to be able to look after Afghans once they left. Taliban have got. Taliban have got LMGs, they've got weapons, they've got night vision, they've got fucking.
So would you feel like slightly someone
armor.
is inside then on the Afghan side supplying over there as well, or
I think someone's inside the Americans.
Americans
that do that. You know that way there.
It's gonna be anyone. It'd be fucking Joe Biden because I think he's useless. He doesn't understand how it works. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that. I don't think a lot of people. I think everyone knew. Everyone in the army, especially from my point of view, we all knew Afghan was sort of a lost cause. We could see that the younger generation in Kabul, especially only in Kabul, was because they were educated. I'd see young nurses went to the hospitals. There was Afghan girls, like 18, 19, getting a uni degree, being a nurse, beautiful women. Now they've got to cover up. Now we're left Afghan. Now that there's no Western society in there, they won't ever get educated. These girls, that's why they want to flee. That's why you see these masses of people at the airport.
Trying to get away.
Because they lived like how we live here.
So now
for
they
a little
can't
bit.
go back to...
But now they know that we're leaving. And the Taliban are going to take everything back and go back to how they used to live. They don't want that. Now they've been so used to us. They've been used to us for 10, 12 years in Kabul. They want to come with us. They want to come back to America. They want to go back to Britain. They don't want to live like that again.
Yeah, of course not.
They want an education. They want to work in hospitals. They don't want to cover up with the hijab or what they wear. They want to be free. That's why they want their kids to go. They want the freedom. They know
but the Taliban was allowing them to do that, though. New law, they're allowing them to do them things if they take control.
They are saying a lot of things to keep America off their back. They don't want to piss off. They know now that they're fed up. The Taliban, they just want Afghan back to how they want it. They want it their country. Which at the end of the day, you can't actually fully. There are people that the Taliban are warriors you can respect because at the end of the day, if you were Afghan, for myself, I'd imagine if I was an Afghan person, I probably would be Taliban.
Yeah.
Because I'd want my country to be free.
If
I was patriotic.
Yeah, like you are. Yeah, I understand that.
I'd want a fight for my freedom. I'd want America out of my country.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They aren't terrorists. Taliban aren't actual. They don't just want to kill everyone who's not. They're not evil. ISIS are the evil ones. Taliban are just warriors. They have been for many millennia. They have been. They've always fought for their land.
That's their thing.
They just got all mixed up during 9/11 with Al Qaeda, which are a terrorist cell. They mixed up with Taliban. So we have this image, They're not like.
But then they just got tarnished.
Yeah, in a way, They're still bad. They don't want women to be educated. They believe that, obviously, marriage of young girls. They have their wrong ways of believing stuff, which is completely fucked up. But they still aren't they aren't evil. They're not going to go out there and just kill people because they don't like them.
For the sake of it,
they're not the right kind of Muslim. They're not the right. They're not really religious in the right way. They're not like that. They're not going to kill Westerners for no reason. They're not like that. So they are a political party. They're just a political party. Think of right for their country. Think of that's what they're like BNP, but with weapons.
Literally, basically.
That's what they are. They're
thank God the BNP ain't got weapons. What? They say you gotta go. I'll be like, I'm gone. I ain't playing those games.
Trust me, I'll get crazy,
Honestly, but that's why it's so horrific at the moment at the airport. But that is a massive fuck up on the US side because they control the majority of stuff that goes on in Afghan. The strategic. We British don't really have a massive say in it. And neither do a lot of the other nations. America control a lot.
So
they fucked up.
What they're trying to do right now is just pull out completely.
That's
they don't want to be part of Afghan no more.
Instead of like a delayed pull out, there was a boom. They all started leaving.
Yeah, just get the planes, pack them up. Yo, we're out.
And all that does.
And they fucked up by doing that. They fucked up.
You can't do that.
Because all people do that.
So what? Wait. Yeah, because I'm just my brain is doing. So the US will go in. And now everyone will jump on the plane.
Yes, bro. They're trying to get on the plane with them. Like, right, you can't just pack up and leave like that.
Okay.
Start spinning the planes like...
But it's some of them... I saw like a cargo plane.
Yeah.
When a normal seated plane, like we got airplanes.
It was all
cargo plane, people just in...
It's a C-130. It's a big old plane, man.
Was America...
That's what they carry tanks in those... Well, carry vehicles.
That's what I'm saying.
Was America allowing people to come or was they not trying to allow... And people were just
at that time, they were trying to pull out without any problems. They didn't. I don't think that America expected people to be that severely wanting to get out of the country.
Yeah.
But the reason it was so severe is because Taliban immediately pushed in. When they heard America's going,
there was that
they surrounded the outskirts of Kabul, didn't let people leave to go to Pakistan or any country that's bordering, because they knew they'd probably want to leave because Taliban had taken over. Taliban stopped that. So the only way out for these people who lived in Kabul, and the people who have lived in Kabul for 10 years now are experienced to Western life, they couldn't get out of the country. They couldn't get out of the city. The only way out was the airport. So they all ran to the airport, and they're still doing it now. At the moment now, Americans and British are letting people in, but they have to have like joint nationality passports. So they have to have... Huh?
What about the vaccine?
That's probably not even...
No, man, needs to know.
That's the last of them.
Yeah,
not even allowed in there.
The Taliban are over there, and I ain't got my vaccine. I ain't gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, but hold on 1 second. That's a very good point.
No, of course it is, because we can't go over America.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Can you imagine? No, but can you imagine the fuckery? So you see, I'm...
You get to the border.
But you know what it is?
Yeah,
but you know what it is?
Man's like this.
Where's your back?
Yeah, but that's what it is, though. That's what it is,
You have to go back.
though. No, but that's what it is, though. No, but they know what it is. They're so eager to come back. They're just pricking.
They're probably taking the back,
And they're just taking it.
Take the back.
Sharing needles.
Because now, no, because no, listen.
I got a tester one.
Hey, you know why it makes sense, fam? Because
These man,
they need to get rid of the vaccine, bro. And if we're Westerners, we're not really taking them half and half, whatever, and all these countries. Now all of this money that they pumped in, they need to start using these vaccines, bro.
It's a good little scheme for them, innit?
Yeah, it's not a bad scheme, fam. It makes sense, fam.
Oh, these people for scheming.
Yeah, but it's
That's what
they
it's all
use
about
them
money.
as a guinea pig now. That's as bad
all
as it
about
sounds,
money.
yeah.
This is what's scary. It's all about money.
Everything's about money.
You want to come in?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've been saying nothing to this shit.
No, but it's real.
It's real though,
it is.
because we don't know what they're
Why
really
would they
doing
not
with these
do that?
people.
Why would they not do that?
They can use them as guinea pigs.
Telling people if you want to go watch football, if you want to go to a club, you want to go to a pub.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're saying by
you
September
don't want to
what?
live. You want to survive. You want to come out of the country.
Well, they started off saying that it would be voluntarily, this vaccine stuff, and now it's like, they're trying to make it go to a club. Where's the proof you've been vaccinated?
Shout out to all my people, them that smoke weed, that do their thing. That couple
What kind
years.
of promo is this?
No, because it's real. Because you know why? Because you don't ever want to sit there. You're crazy. Oh, you smoke weed. Why are there going to be vaccine passports? You lot are crazy. You lot are a thing. Oh, I bet it's the 5G. Now look at you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's vaccine
Sticking shit in your arm, you never know what it is.
But yeah, man, just getting back to that. If that could be a scheme, if they did really want to use it and get rid of more vaccines, and get them.
That's what the British, the American, you got Turkish, French, you got all the other nationalities there. That's what at the moment in the airport, it's mayhem. But the Taliban, they're not fighting anyone. They're literally there's videos of it on Sky News. You can look at it. There's loads of videos. There's journalists down there and everything. They're literally the runway, walls either side, Americans and British troops on the Overwatch watching there. And then there's a little barrier here that the civilians are filtering through. Yeah. They're getting the children through, all the women, they all want to come. They want to come to here. And then here is where the Americans and the British are sorting out passports. So you either go that side to go America, that side to go Britain. That's what's going on at the moment. That's what's been going on for the last few days. Literally on the other side of this barrier are the Taliban. They're helping us. They are helping filter these people through. They want to get rid of these people. They want to get rid of them.
Because you're not on to vote.
Yeah, but as soon as those people are gone, Taliban can have Afghan how they want. They don't want to.
Because you lot are going to be the reason why man can't get my team pattern.
You man ain't down with the team.
To be honest, man, I don't really want
I don't need too much proof.
So you might as well just go. Because if you stay here and try be disobedient, we might mind.
Yeah, sure.
That's what they said. If they start, because the Taliban know that if these people stay here, they're going to get annoyed, and one of the Taliban might end up raping or killing one of these people, and then the Americans are going to come back.
And
So they don't want problems. They don't want to hurt people. They don't want anyone else in the world.
What about the people that are scared to leave?
Stop. 1 second. I was with him. I was like, okay, political party, but they might rape someone, and then you just threw it off. You threw me off. I was like, I could understand the Taliban trying to help. But if you stay, I might rape you.
That's how the country moves.
But not the government. You talk about like the civilians, though, like the people that wanna.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, fam, like they say, if you wanna go, you don't have to be part of this thing. But if you stay, could be some raping on the.
That's what's gonna happen though. Imagine, but there's still gonna be people that's gonna wanna leave, but probably too scared to leave. Thinking,
definitely.
We're not gonna go to the airport because we might not get out.
Definitely, man.
And then all of these people that got out, you're gonna be vexed and you see your brethren phone you from the other country, brother. I got out, brother. What happened? Why didn't you come to the airport? But I'll be fuming left in that country, brother. What do you mean you got out? There's always that combo.
You know that one guy.
And from people's picnic, man.
You got that one brethren always sleeps late. wakes up, man, missed calls. Yo, what go on? Bro, I'm at the airport. It's long. Like, oh, shit. My son, but I've done for you 10 times. What was he doing?
He looks out his window, there's a Taliban brigade in front of him.
Shit.
That's true.
But, man,
but yeah.
Even before, right? Even when I was in Afghan myself, right? This is before Taliban controlled Kabul, and Kabul was becoming progressively educated, they were becoming westernized. Women weren't wearing the veils; they were just free. Even still, women were treated like shit. I'd show you. Especially, I've not been to the countries in the Middle East. I've been to Afghanistan. But my God, mate, the way they treat women there is just absolutely disgraceful. They treat them like dogs. Even every instance when I was in Afghanistan. Just imagine this, mate. There was a fucking protest through the streets against women's rights. What? Not for women's rights. There was a bunch of men against women's rights. Yeah,
that's mad.
That was a protest.
So wait, men were protesting down the road?
And we had to get out the streets to let them protest for it. So you couldn't stop. They were protesting.
She talks too much. Stop. Oh, you're talking.
Honestly, man, but the way they treat women is it's horrible. Honestly, that's before. Yeah. That's before strict Taliban laws, strict Islamic laws, which they'll follow, which the Taliban do. That's before that was even invaded. So no wonder everyone wants to leave. The women especially, they know what's in store for them. It was already shit for them before the Taliban control. Now they control, they want to fucking leave.
Yeah, because why would they... See, he's peaked then.
Yeah, there's not much
Sorry, it sounds like they want a sausage party out there.
No, they just want their women to obey.
They want their women as slaves, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how they say.
But you know what's F? Like, and even down to, not trying to go too much off the subject, but like even down to parenting, we live in a new age. Like, there's a lot of things that people want people to live by that was set like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
Like when there weren't even like working televisions or something. Now you understand, you can't try and implement it in this world. It's peak.
But that's what they do. They do live like
that. You understand what I'm saying?
China do it, fam.
The Taliban have done that. Kabul is probably the only place in Afghan which was very westernized and wasn't living like that. The rest of the Taliban have had the rest of Afghan.
Is it?
Well, they've lived there. They've controlled a lot.
So that was the one part that was.
Yeah, but they didn't have the big cities. They had a lot of villages, a lot of places, and they did, and they still live like that.
So you come from that village, but that's what you know. I'm not saying it's cool, but
the Taliban are huge.
That's what I'm saying. Huge. So if I'm living like this in my town, and then I've got my people roams in another town, and that's how he lives, and then Smokes in another town, why would we think this wrong? We're all living like, you understand?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the way of living. That,
but when you hear that the other town is doing certain things that you can't do,
the thing is with them now is they're
westernized.
Yeah, but they started living a lifestyle. Remember, they lived one before America's coming. Then they started getting westernized, normal, whatever, phones, connecting, all of these things. And now it's all going to get... That's like us having the internet right now just get stripped away. Yeah, tomorrow,
but if you get on that plane, you can still have it.
You can still have
it. You would all be on that plane.
We'll all be on that plane. We're all gone, bro.
Yeah, but you see what's mad? You see what's mad? Like, sorry, I'm just going into deep thought. So we had a way, but you see, like these phones and shit, are they like the best thing?
It might.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes these phones fuck up people's lives. Because now this is it. This is my life now. I'm westernized, like within the shops and all of that, going out, getting drunk and all of these.
It's a double-edged sword, fam. Without it, you're gonna have a certain lifestyle. As humans, we have to adapt. So whatever situation we're in, we have to adapt. But you don't want to be forced in.
Look how much your grandparents or your elders they were hanging out for time, not trying to get one of these type of phones, and now look, everyone has it, bro.
No, shout out to my nana. She's got the new phone. You think anyone can get through to her on it?
Yeah, they don't have
to turn it on. Yeah, my nana, you turned it off.
Yeah.
So the same button I don't know. Just ring the house phone. But you got a new phone. The iPhone's just sitting there.
Yeah, but when you turn on the things that you can do on it, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want this.
No, my guy.
Too much.
My nana's, bro, online bank. What? No.
So now that everyone, what else is there on Afghan? Like, what is it that the Taliban, other than control, do they want on there? Because obviously we hear all these other stuff that, there's oil over there and there's certain things over there that they don't want.
But they're in the same country.
Huh?
They're in the same country.
Who?
What do you mean?
I'm saying why they want America out and that. They might not want certain countries in there because of...
Taliban, even when the Russians came in the 80s, my history is pretty bad, but around that time when the Soviets invaded Afghanistan, Afghans still the same. Taliban, they're warriors. Yeah, when we invaded America and colonized America, who was there? the Red Indians.
Yeah.
The same thing.
But what is it that America's invading though? Is it only just to structure?
9/11, isn't it?
Is it to structure?
Well, yeah, but that's what it turned into. It was to try. So that's why we had the long process there. That's why I went there. It was a part of a plan to try and educate, especially Kabul, the younger generation, to try and make Afghan a safer place, try and make it a more sustainable place. That was all the whole effort was for 15 years.
Yeah.
A lot of lives lost.
We've
a lot of
taken
people
resources,
killed.
though.
As well as that. That's how they make money. It's all about money. in the long
Yeah.
run.
Don't leave that out.
you
Yeah.
can't leave
Yeah,
that
to
out.
make it a safe place, but we need a little a couple minerals to take back. You get me? Cause things a bit low.
Everything's about money.
Yeah.
everything's about money, yeah.
So then, what you just said there, I'm not calling it BS.
No, it's bullshit, mate. That's why I left. It's fucking bullshit.
Because what I'm saying is then that there's such a madness going on here. Why are you trying to sort out someone else's yard and your yard ain't clean?
No, that's what
clear
you're
the
right.
Because the
thing.
only way they
But
can
I'm
clean up their yard here is if they get stuff other places.
No, but what do you mean? Like
Yeah.
the resources you're talking about.
Yeah,
true.
the resources. But
It's true.
if you think about all the resources,
Like if they got
that's
the
here in this
best
country,
Dax vacuum
yeah, like
and you want to clean up it,
I'll
we're gonna
help you
have to
over there,
go
but
over
I'm
there and
gonna
get
cut
that
and-
to
yeah,
clean
right.
up this.
So that's what I'm saying.
Or the best
so don't
phone.
say you're going over there to make it safe for them.
But part of it is to make it safe.
No,
for them.
no,
They
you
go
are.
in there to like what China's doing with the Caribbean. They will go in there and say, "Yo, cool, we'll help you, and we'll fix up the roads." But you know what? We need control over here.
We need some sugar
They-
cane and
they
all
had-
of them
they
things.
had-
I need that land.
They had.
Yeah, I need that. Yeah,
When we were there, they had structure. They had a police force. They had the Afghan army. They would make things safe.
Yeah.
People
But-
were safer to go
Yeah.
out.
But
Now
was
it's
that was that controlled by email?
But that's because
Yeah.
because we had our bases there. We'd do daily patrols. We'd have the security areas. So we'd also communicate with the Afghan police. Give them. We made the Afghan army strong, and you know the Afghan army
But made them strong your way.
all
Yeah,
of
but
our
you
way.
know-
So no, but it's art. So
yeah. But
what I'm saying is I'm
England's
patting
strong.
you up.
England, America are strong though, because they.
Yeah, but what I'm
saying.
saying is, but
Like-
then I'm giving you strength, but you're my youth still. You're my guy still, innit?
Yeah, but then when
not-
you left,
Yeah,
he wasn't ready.
I'm not ready for.
But we spent
Yeah.
so much money on it.
Yeah.
We spent so much
Yeah,
training.
man,
on it.
like, right.
He wasn't ready.
I'm build man up, man. You got. I left
was
the
on my-
country. You get me? I'm
Yeah,
building
like
up.
man, just about come fling on the vest properly, like.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I'm ready to go home. Like America's ready to go
yeah.
home. We built you up, and now you like just
That's
gave it away.
also
Some people
because
don't.
I wouldn't
that's-
go back there though. If I was America, I'm not spending. Brother, don't try to deal with you like 15 years, build you up, and you give it away in a month.
Yeah, but that's it's been made. Lives lost, all this stuff.
Yeah.
For the thing is, right, I can say this, and because I've left the army, it's harder for people who have stayed in the army a long time and known a lot of their friends who have died, a lot of friends. It's
Yeah.
harder to sit there
Swallow that.
and just say to yourself, it's all sort of
For
been
nothing,
it's
yeah,
been for nothing.
yeah.
In a
Say,
way,
yeah, call it what
they
it
did
is,
their job. They did what they had to do. It's their fucking job, and they did it for their mates next to them. It wasn't about for the greater good of the
Yeah,
country.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
all for them in that situation. But
We're all
for them to
together,
be
we're
in that
comrades.
situation in the first place, I can say, I'm glad. I'm so fucking happy that I never got blown up because I'd be pissed, mate. If I
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Got blown up.
Well, you wouldn't be
Because if
pissed,
you-
Well, you wouldn't know,
You wouldn't
wouldn't
You'd just be
No, yeah,
in heaven,
yeah.
just looking down at the cunt like.
yeah,
that.
but, yeah, but still, man, like
Horny,
it's
Yeah, I get you.
No,
and it's
100%.
harder for people who've been in a long time to have that thought process because they can't comprehend it, which is sad, man.
Yeah, you
But
can't come round.
not
to
only
it,
for the
innit?
British, for all those Americans as well, because a lot more Americans lost their lives. Obviously, loads of British as well, but more Americans.
So basically, it's like this. We're going on a mission. We all might not make it through, but we're doing this so everyone's good after. And then we do it, and it weren't worth
Well,
it.
they're trying to do it for.
Yeah,
now
basically,
we,
that's it. Yeah, is that it? All the lives, all the time, and just to say what you just done this.
Yeah,
What was
and
the-
now it's all for nothing. No matter what we did in Afghan
well,
since
yeah,
the
of
start, it's
course.
all been for nothing.
But
The
wouldn't you say
Russians learned
most-
that in the 80s. Now we've learned
Yeah,
it.
like, wouldn't you say
Yeah.
most wars are like just
For
end
nothing.
up being for nothing? Like, not
Yeah, because
That's
I
not- all
thought,
these
do you know
wars
what
in the
I
Middle
thought it
East.
was?
Yeah, the
I
wars in
thought
the
it
Middle
was
East.
like other countries. That's what I used to think when I was young. Other countries doing a madness to a man. And we have to go around there and teach them, yo,
They can't
don't
run
come
like that.
Britain and
Like-
do your madness,
but
you
this
get
what-
me?
Like, it
Okay.
you see,
That's
like,
how I used to think.
Okay,
So when
yeah,
people
yeah.
say we're fighting for a country, I'm like, okay, I get it. But when you're
Yeah.
going there
to
to...
do nothing. Like, I would get it. Like, alright, not to be bad, but like the slavery thing, I get in it. Like, if you're gonna
No, explain.
explain.
Because
you have
if
to.
you're gonna go over to the Caribbean and grab people for the Windrush to come back here to build up your country, that's a beneficial thing to do. Like, I've got certain people.
No.
You get
No.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like,
but the
it's
Windrush.
beneficial. They've just gone over there, tried to protect and build something, and a lot of people have died. You get what I'm saying? You didn't really build
The
up.
main reason we went to Afghan was to kill Bin Laden. That was the main effort. It wasn't. Iraq was resources.
Okay.
It was also 9/11 retaliation. And
But do you believe that you lot went over and killed Bin Laden though?
I believe Bin Laden died. Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Yeah, no, he's dead. But
he's
at
not
the
killed.
time that whenever the army.
Oh, these
said,
are like conspiracy.
Wait, hold on.
no, you know what? No, you know
How
what?
much time him die? Cause I saw him die about 3 times.
Because you know what it is. I know a brother, innit? That.
Oh, Smoke's gonna say I know a brother that knows him.
Hey, your man knows Bin Laden.
No. Back in the day, so obviously there's a brother that I used to work with, yeah, and he was from over there, innit? So he's saying he used to live there, whatever. Obviously, he's seen my man on the news. He heard about my man in the area, whatever. He come over to here and he saw on the news the same brother that they got a picture of that was from his ends done the thing, but he's like, this guy died years before that though. He already had died. He was dead. It wasn't him. Because he's like, bro, how? Just let's say he's come 10 years. Bin Laden. He said Bin Laden
would have known who Bin Laden. He would have been like the king, like Pablo Escobar
but he knew who the brother was. He said he come from there. But when he's come to the Western world, he's basically died 10 years later than he already died because they already knew he was dead.
I've heard lots of stuff.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But I mean, hey.
I don't, but I'll be honest, because the way that Osama bin Laden went, I mean, not Osama, my man, Obama went over there and they done I saw that documentary thing. The documentary looked hella fake, bro. Be honest, bro. That documentary looked, bro, booky, fam. Then they just said they dashed him in the sea. That was booky, fam.
My thing about it all, and this is why I always found it, that I'd never go to the army. Like me, I'm a team player. So you know, like even when you're young, you know, like if he's like, fuck it. If them not on it, they want to fight us. Let's go. If I see you're on it and you're on it, I've got energy. I'm on it as well.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, and the thing about the army is because of that, it wasn't their goal wasn't like back in the day. You know, you got kings.
Yeah.
If it was back in the day when it was like the king of the country, I would have fought with them, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's going on the front line, we're fiting. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can we go back? Did he say
No, he didn't say that. No, but he did say that. Actually. So I knew a man that knew him. Bro, he used to work with
I'm in the toilet, I'm busting up, and I'm like, this guy's amazing.
He knew a guy.
No, yeah.
Like Bin Laden from his ends. Bin Laden was local.
So when he come over here,
he was local.
He saw him on the news, fam, but he's saying my man already had died.
They went gym together.
You get what I'm saying? He's saying, bro, when they've said the news, said he's like, bro, this guy already died though in the village long time.
But basically, the mascots in
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. So that was just a little stunt to try.
I don't know, but
that's the reason we went Afghan. Then eventually it's turned into
when
more...
they killed Bin Laden, they was like, you know what, let's just
but then we could never get out, and I think it had a lot to do with, obviously, resource. They make money. They made money off oil. There's oil in Afghan. There's oil everywhere. Yeah. But they stayed there and sort of the cover...
You couldn't get out, you mean in terms of soldiers?
As in everyone.
Okay, right.
As in everyone, as in the government. But they wouldn't pull out of Afghan. I think it was also to do with a lot of going on at home here in our world. We had a lot of you know, when they do their little fucking marches, and they had a lot of the uneducated liberal, sort of more the left wing, saying we need to stay there and help these people, and also that benefited higher up who want to make money and stay in Afghan anyway. So they sort of did this.
We're listening to them, man. You want us to stay.
So they would take. So that was when it all started.
Okay.
Taking land in Afghan, moving around Helmand province, moving in around, taking land, more soldiers dying, just for this battle. Saying, and then the whole thing was we're just fighting back, taking to Afghanistan back into our hands and killing Taliban or killing Al Qaeda and taking over terrorists until we killed Bin Laden. And then it turned into let's try and make Afghanistan, especially Kabul, a safer place. Which, you know what, in all fairness, Kabul became a safer place, the city. Of course, there was terrorist attacks when I was out there. People still getting blown up and that, but that's because, you know, you can't change an ideology. Yeah. But people were more westernized. They were going hospital. People were going gym, man. I'd have Afghans bringing me a McDonald's.
Sure,
an Afghan McDonald's. Yeah, it was westernized. They were becoming just more... That is why it's so extreme when we left.
McDonald's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but see, this is but that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't called McDonald's. I mean, it's like, I can't remember what it was, but
it
had the yellow and red sign.
You know, thank you, save me. I was about to say,
I know.
Careful, but because I was going to say, no, I'm not doing it.
He was waiting for something, because I had something as well.
Yeah, you're going to, if I say it, you're going to call the episode that, so no.
Yeah, come on.
No, but this is my thing. And because as I'm listening to you, I just keep hearing, yeah, we're coming to help you be like us. Because that's our thing's good. You need to be westernized.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
That's what I keep hearing. Do you understand? They've come...
That is part of like what's going on in the world. I feel like they want... America and English, be honest, they do want the world to be westernized. Hence why they're not rating what China's doing, because China's not on all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? China's on their own thing, and what they're doing.
If China went to Afghanistan, it'd be a whole new different story.
What are you saying?
They would just kill everyone.
I don't know. That's what I was gonna say. China things bad. Like what they're doing is semi-bad, isn't it? They're just banning everything, but they want to have a certain control. They don't want to conform to what everyone else is doing. You get what I'm saying? Which is a mad thing. But I don't know if westernized is good or westernized isn't good.
Well, I mean, it's in the women, like I'm saying, in the women's.
Yeah, the women's side of things,
and the women for
100%.
children, and especially for the men, the younger lot, they've seen what it's like to live in the Western world. And I know you're saying like it sounds like we're just pushing what we have on them, but the reality is they want to live like we do. They want that. They don't want to live like in Afghan. They follow the strict Islamic laws, and it's very behind. It's very backdated. Backdated. They push homosexuals off roofs. They witches. They have loads of different things. They kill you if you're not the right kind of. If you don't practice Islam in the right way, they'll have punishments for you, whipping and lashes, and they do all sorts, right? And that's how they live. Right? It's like they do live like that. But they've had a taste of our life where you can do all sorts and just fucking get a pat on the back, be like naughty. You've done that. You
can do what you want. You can have your own choice.
Choice.
They don't. No matter
a bit more free will.
And because they've lived like that, like they've grown up. Women in Afghan, nearly 18 years, something like that. They've grown up in that life. They've had everything.
And now you're gonna tell. It's like getting someone from here and saying, right, go live in that.
Yeah, and now you can go back to the Taliban. They don't fucking want that. They don't want to live like that.
Okay.
So now you couldn't send kids from here to go. They'd be like.
That's because we failed what they pretended to be and only an Afghan for, and to make the whole of Afghan a better place. We didn't make the whole of Afghan a better place. We made Kabul a safer and more educated place. That's why in the news now it's fucking chaos, because everyone in Kabul wants to fucking become to us. They want to live like us because they have to.
So what do you think would be the solution now? What do you think will happen from here going forward? Like,
it was always a mistake to be an Afghan that long anyway. As soon as we killed Bin Laden, I think, and a lot of people in the army, trust me, a lot of people I know, like they all agree we should have left straight away.
Bust out quick. Left it to them. We've done what we need to do.
I believe you can't change. You can change. You can fight and kill or take over or educate, but you cannot change an ideology. And Afghan has a massive ideology of the Taliban's back days and how they've always lived, and the Taliban are huge, and their ideology rubs off on everyone. A lot of Afghans see the Taliban like warriors, like how we how you'd see a knight. Like they see a Taliban like the ultimate warriors. A lot of Afghans do. They don't hate the Taliban, so they will just join them, or they'll want to be like them. A lot of kids look up to them, and that is an ideology you will never get over. So Afghan, I think personally, leave it to the Taliban.
It's a write-off. Just
they live like horribly, and the women, and it's not nice how they'll live. But you can't change that.
But eventually, they will have to something will have to change eventually over there, because they can't live like that forever.
Eventually, you're right. No,
but they've been living.
Right? Yeah, I'm with you, Rob.
This is our way. Yeah, because you see what happens now. Because America has gone over there and educated, there is a certain part of that country actually know when people know now. You see, when you know something, it only takes a few people over there that are willing to fight, and then grab more people that are willing to fight. There's always going to be people that are fighting. You get what I'm saying?
But your burners are not strong enough.
Yeah, it's not, but it's a start. You see, they've started giving the education. Now these women, remember, you start giving women power. Bro, you see, once women start educating and getting that power and whatever, then they can build a team and start. Trust me, eventually.
Maybe, because look at Syria. What happened in Syria? Everyone fucked up ISIS. Everyone turned against them. They fucking killed them and got them out of Mosul, which was the main city they had.
Yeah.
Obliterated ISIS. Where are ISIS now? Yeah. In their holes in the caves. They don't fuck them.
Eventually.
As long as the Taliban will not let ISIS come back to Afghan, because they will not let the bad image come back on the Taliban. They made the mistake of Al Qaeda. They got fucked up by us. They got fucked up by the whole world. Taliban got slaughtered in Afghan. A lot of them killed. They will not let that same mistake happen. So they will not they won't go around killing innocent people as bad as they used to. They'll keep it under low. It's not going to be as a bad world as it was before, because they know their mistakes.
It's already slowed down, because they know even with the world media, even though they might be, we got the meat. What? Is that what you lot are doing? So
They've realised, mate. They can't even go to the shop without the drone saying, "Oh, there he is."
Yeah,
they knew it's bomb.
so
They'll get killed. They know that.
Technology's around them anyway, so
They
things
don't-
have to. And 15 years implemented into something. These
can't-
these kids of generation, some of them are gonna be like, "Yo, we need to do something about this," or we need to get in. Once they get into correct places or start doing things, give it another. I'm not saying it's gonna change right now, but give it another 50 years, 100 years. Yo, they start. Them people educate that.
That sound like a reasonable date, though. 50 years.
Yeah, 50 to 100.
Before you was going to say about 5 years on my sister.
It's going to take
5
time,
weeks.
innit? It's going to take time, but
Yeah,
maybe not in
100%.
our generation, but
Yeah.
sometime Afghan is going to be on like, right. And remember back in the day when they
Iraq,
couldn't
because
even...
look at Iraq. Iraq's very. I have a friend in Iraq.
Yeah.
He's got his degree and everything. He's coming to.
Oh, is it?
He's flying to France for it. So what they do there to get out of their country and go study somewhere, they need to get a certain degree. He got his degree. Now they're letting him
And now
fly
he's
to
out.
lot of younger generation in Iraq. Boom. Iraq is now becoming so westernized you wouldn't believe.
Listen, the youngers,
This
it's the
is
youngers,
it.
you know.
Afghan is the lowest of the low out of all these countries.
Oh,
It is the dog's dirt at the moment. But but it will get there, like he's saying.
Yeah, it will.
15 years, they will be like.
Well, we should
Iraq.
buy some property over there.
Yeah,
buy
man.
You
some
got money
land
you're
and
buying
that.
it from, because if you buy it from the Taliban, then they ain't in power.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
outside the camp I lived in, they had Gold's Gym. No one was ever in it. Buy that gym, mate. It'll be in
Is it?
Yeah, man. It's like
What? Trust me.
there was
buy
no
a
one
gym.
ever in it every time we
Yeah,
drove
man
past.
might have invested in that.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Insurance
Insurance
is
is
gonna
gonna
cheap
be
as
a
well,
bad
you
one.
know.
Cheap,
Insurance
man.
is gonna
I
be a
said
mazza.
insurance is gonna be high.
Insurance is gonna be a mazza.
You got a Taliban
Money-
leader outside.
yeah,
like,
fam,
yo,
I need
man,
that
time's up. Come for you, man.
Man,
me,
that
I'm
drone,
blown
man, that
now.
drone to have like 100 years battery power, fam. So I can see what I go on, boy. Flipping.
He pulls up in a 4x4 with a mounted gun on.
Man's got
Mate,
the
pay
drone
your
charge in the list.
Yeah,
fam.
like, it'd be mad, fam. But yeah, hopefully, like things can get sorted, and if they're still getting planes out like that right now, boy, it's mad, you know. But yeah, man was looking in the news and just thought it was madness.
There's not going to be any more. There won't be any. This is it now.
Wait, this is
I
done.
reckon, and a lot of people as well. This is the end of Afghan conflict. This is it.
So
There will be no more.
Where do you
And
feel
if-
like is the next country then? Where's America
anywhere,
jumping?
Africa probably most.
Yeah,
likely.
Not nowadays, so we have technology. We have Wakanda.
No,
You
is it
can
like
come
everything's
here.
going
Where
to
to
Africa
go?
now, though.
You got Al
you know?
Shabaab.
Yeah.
You got Al Shabaab in a place like Mali and Sierra Leone. You
Yeah,
got like,
certain places, what? Congo, and I remember our phones and that come from Congo, you know. They need to go back there and
I'm
say,
saying
"Yo."
they got the phones already, so you're not really
Yeah,
impressed.
but they need to update, fam. But what I see they were taking pictures of the iPhone 12 the other day, brother. I was like, yo, put the flash on, man. Like I need flash in it. And like, when they come back to the phone, but the thing was like 4K, brother.
Oh, yeah,
No flash, you know.
Yeah, come
I said,
on.
"Rah." No,
some
trust me.
plastic.
Bro, the technology's mad, you know. But yeah, brother. What you gonna say?
No, someone ruined our picture. You know the one picture we got? She done it with no flash, fam. It's just dark.
What,
No, us three.
What, on the stage?
No, outside. Yeah, she
Oh,
ruined it twice, so whoever that was, man, she shagged, man.
I ain't even
Should
seen
have
that
had a
picture.
phone.
I haven't seen that.
Tell her I got a flipping. Man's got the Android. Ain't got no super glow in the dark thing, fam.
Should have hired a photographer.
Yeah, well,
No.
we kind of did, but...